Hello everybody, it's been 14 months since I last uploaded. Whatever happened in the last 14 months, happened in the last 14 months. Today I return with a gameplay video of Wuthering Waves Seed Story, where we get to learn more about Luuk Hersson and the Fractsidus. Also from this video onwards, my voice will only be heard 5 or 10% of the video due to the area where I'm recording in. Other than that, sit back, relax, and enjoy. Alright, we're in the farm right now, so let's go inside.
Navora. Has she been staying here to recover?
Oh, no, we're still.
How are you recovering from your injuries, Navora?
Oh, it's you, Rover. Yes. I'm feeling much better. Dr. Hersson took very good care of me. I just did what he said and rested for a few days here, and I barely feel any pain now. Are you here to visit him?
Yes, we have something to discuss. Is he here?
He's in the counseling room next door. My friend Segue is in there. It might take a while, huh?
Thanks. Take care of yourself.
How to put this? I think you can have more faith in yourself, Segue.
Faith in myself.
You see, people can be more perceptive than you might realize, including those you care about. So try not to take everything to heart. Go a little easier on yourself. Good or bad, true or false, these things have a way of coming to light. And as your friend Denia said, sometimes a little distraction is good for your health.
Yeah. I'll give it a try. Thank you, Dr. Hersson.
You're welcome. Again, don't push yourself too hard. I take it you're the type who'd suddenly bolt up in bed at night, wide awake, worrying about an exam? That'd probably go on for a whole week.
Huh? Is it really that obvious?
Only my conjecture. Would you like some candy? Sweets help keep a smile.
Sure. And is it okay for me to come back some other time, Dr. Hersson?
Why, of course. Feel free to visit my office anytime, Segue.
So, about that Exostrider plan you mentioned, let's get into it.
All in good time. Let's start with something lighter first.
Something lighter?
Any topic at all. Let's slow the tempo a little. You're too eager. Your emotions are clouding your judgment. You must feel it too. Here, piece of candy. It'll help take the edge off and lighten the mood.
No thanks.
Rejected.
I understand your anxiety over Aemeath's situation. You've always held her dear, but it's taken more out of you than you realize. Things are best taken one step at a time. The Exostrider hasn't awakened yet. The key is to pace ourselves. Slow and steady, right?
Okay, you're right. Let's table the Exostrider for now. Let's talk about you, Luke. I trust Aemeath. What we experienced together proved she was telling me the truth. And there's a connection there I can't ignore. But you and me? We might be strangers in passing who became confidants, as you put it. But it feels like every conversation we've had just skims the surface. I prefer to know who I'm working with before jumping into something as big as opening the Strider Gate. It'll affect the entire Lahairoi region.
Point taken. It seems a proper introduction is long overdue. Please, ask me anything. I'll answer as candidly as I can.
Are you a consultant from the Black Shores?
Ooh.
That I am not. Work that leaves documented trails doesn't suit my style. But I am acquainted with quite a few bloom bearers.
Aemeath said she didn't know you well, but that I could trust you. You also know about the bond between me and her. How?
Aemeath is a sharp girl. Even though you never introduced me to her, she could read between the lines of your actions. She's a lot like you. Smart, driven, good at bearing burdens. But she's proven to be even more stubborn than you are. After you left Lahairoi, she came to see me a few times in the name of counseling. To learn about you.
You didn't tell her anything.
I didn't. You had other tasks for me here in Lahairoi. Didn't let us properly get to know each other because you wanted to shield her from my line of work. She later stopped these visits after realizing that. Still, I really hoped she would have opened up to me more. You both tend to keep things to yourselves, and that's never good for anyone.
One last question. What did you mean I had other tasks for you?
That is a key topic, but not suitable for discussion here.
Why not?
The Space Trek Collective is backed by a number of different nations and powers. Their internal politics are of no concern to us. There are many watching eyes among the support staff. The infirmary is, after all, a public space. Why don't we take this somewhere more private?
To where?
I have a place in mind. Just come with me, Golden Girl.
Golden girl, you said.
More personal business to attend to again, Dr. Hersson?
Shh. Just a quick break, Nana. Mind holding down the fort? The next shift will be here soon.
Take care, Doctor. Do try to return in one piece.
Don't worry. I have her with me today.
Someone's watching us.
Sundermere?
Sundermere.
Yes. I keep a small workspace of my own here.
Oops. I did not know I could ride on water, honestly speaking. Suppose this is the place.
Leave them to me. Let's not waste any more time.
Right. We're good with animals.
Ash takes form.
Who hurts this outfit?
Return to silence! Shame rise in you! Gotcha.
That did not take even 1 minute long.
The Exostrider's sword emits a unique frequency. It shields my workspace from most long-range detection methods.
You picked a good spot.
Do I walk or do I run? I guess I'll walk. A small workspace, fading voices and hidden trails are woven into a web, and the rationale of liquid gold is patiently unraveled. Talk to Luuk Hersson.
Quite a stash.
This is what a secret room is about. Now, where were we?
We were learning about you.
Let's start with the conclusion before we get into all the details. You asked me to come to Lahai Roy to watch for any Fractsidus activity. Warren was the first Fractsidus mole you uncovered, and you certainly won't be the last. Think of the Space Trek Collective as a web of competing powers. It's as much a haven for independence as a playground for agendas. An isolated polar region, rich with exoswarm and the potential for technological breakthrough. Lahai Roy is a gold mine, even for the Fractsidus.
You're saying the fall of Helios wasn't their real goal?
It was one of several. After your journey in Huanglong and Renacida, I'm sure you've come to realize their true aim.
The Threnodian. Aleph 1.
Oh, don't remind me.
Correct. Given the Threnodian's unique nature, it's sure to catch their attention. Moreover, Aleph 1 is closely linked to the Strider Gate, which may be our ticket to outer space.
Spying on the Fractsidus is risky. Why would I have chosen you for this task?
Well, that is a bit of a long story. You've always preferred to see things for yourself. Please, follow me to that table.
Sure, I will. Ichor container. Examine the transparent container, which appears to have some kind of liquid inside. There is a golden hue quietly contained inside. You realize it looks identical to the blood that flowed from Luke's hand during your fight in the space station. Yeah, I've seen that. It's a similar color. And that's about it.
The golden serum, developed by the Naviale group. I prefer its other name, Ichor.
I am not reading that.
My father started it as a medication for rare diseases. But as research progressed, it came to represent something far more ambitious. The drug of evolution.
Evolution. Sounds like something the Fractsidus would like.
Well, on paper it worked. I became its resonator, so it would be unfair to say it was entirely useless. but I was a rare case who survived. All it cost me was excruciating pain and my color vision. Most test subjects like me didn't make it. It wasn't until I met you that I realized there was more to the story. The rest is in my study, shall we?
We shall. Investigate the study. Drawing of family. Oh yeah, this was Luuk Hersson as a child. We saw that in the Resonator showcase. Child's drawing of a family rendered in simple, earnest lines. Father, older and younger brother, each one wearing a big happy smile. Anything else? Oh, what do you have here? A scribbled note reads, "Always happy, Reen Hersson." Must be Luke's brother. Carefully preserved, shows little wear.
My brother Ryan drew this picture.
As we predicted.
Not related by blood. Father took us both in after his own children passed away from a rare illness
Oh,
long
so they
ago.
were adopted.
Ryan never could handle pain. But he was easy to cheer up. Whenever the grown-ups would give me candy, I'd save it all for him.
Cool.
So that's why he always has candy with him.
For a while, I tried to be the perfect son Father wanted. It never worked. So eventually I stopped trying. It only got worse from there. What Father tried to do to Ryan was unforgivable. And then came that accident. I thought what my father did was a rather mundane story. A cliché. Someone trying to atone for past guilt, only to cause greater harm. Until your hints made me suspect it was someone's staged finale. So I had my father's grave exhumed. It was empty.
Yeah, we noticed that as well in the video. Damage report. Many parts of it are illegible due to the burns. Appears to have been salvaged from a fire. Is that obvious? It's a of course it's a report. The High Void Matter, originally destined for the new Federation. That's well than I used to work for. Bottom of the report you find a signature, the Fractsidus insignia. No idea what that means. Complete.
The entire Lola logistics carrier was already blown to smithereens by the time I recovered this page. I managed a quick glimpse before the fire consumed most of the page. It is a report from an overseer.
A Fractsidus overseer's report on its way to the new Federation?
Yes. Tucked away in a Lola logistics delivery box. The recipient is Eris in the new Federation.
Those 3 items you just showed me. Did the Fractsidus get into Naviale's work after learning about the Icar's potential for evolution?
They didn't just get into our work. They went a step further. Replacement. Have you ever met the Fractsidus' Grand Architect?
The thousand-faced survivor. We met near the Styx Lake, deep within the Dark Tide. Wait. Does this mean your father was...
Oh.
Yes. My father was just another face the Grand Architect borrowed. Though looking back now, I can't recall the moment the real him was taken. I think the Grand Architect sees life and death as a game. I wouldn't be surprised if Father was even smiling in his coffin as we buried him in that downpour. So, that's your answer. Why did you choose me? Because I have a very personal reason to go after the Fractsidus. Hatred.
Hatred. Even now?
Now, it has become something of a habit. Continue this train of investigation and you'll see for yourself what they are. But before you do, there's something I should share. My friends in the Black Shores told me you've already had a few run-ins with certain overseers. Is that right?
3. Cristoforo, Frolova, and Scar. Plus the Grand Architect you mentioned.
Ah, those names do ring a bell. Frolova is codenamed Hecate. Cristoforo? Arachnos. Intriguing, isn't it? The flair they have for their own branding. But it's a telling detail. The codename can reveal its owner's style, personal tastes, and even ambitions. Think about it. A powerful resonator who causes chaos at random leaves no trail to follow. But give them a preference, a pattern. They can start to build a profile from the pieces. I've been compiling reports on the Overseers for years. Allow me to share what I've learned so far. I've reactivated your access. You'll find the door controls right over there.
Open the hidden door. Head to the farthest room. Focus mode is on.
Fractsidus is loosely organized. Most of its members have only undergone basic, artificially induced body modification. They're not terribly difficult to neutralize. But if you encounter artificers with more creative modifications, you're likely looking at the handiwork of Hydra. Hydra is their leading mind on human evolution and body modifications. Whoever they are, they often work in tandem with Siren. In other words, if you spot one, be on guard in case the other is lurking close by. Zashiki Warashi won't require much of your attention. This overseer primarily operates in Ashinohara, a region that's been largely destroyed by the Lament.
Ashinohara. I've heard of it somewhere before.
The girl we had in the infirmary for a while. Chisa, I remember. The city that trapped her, Onami, is part of Ashinohara.
Oh.
Now, on to two key pieces of the puzzle. I did say the Fractsidus was a loose organization, but even the most scattered cells still need funding to function. Remember that report from earlier? It's only a matter of time before you go to the new Federation. And based on the intel I've gathered, that's their most critical base of operations. And where you'll find Eris.
How critical? Do they operate in the open?
Not exactly. But in a place where money talks, they must have members in the highest echelons of government and business. Key members. Their foothold in the new Federation has given them immense leverage. With that endless stream of wealth, the Fractsidus operates with impunity across the planet. Speaking of which, Star Torch Academy is also heavily funded by the new Federation. To be blunt, they're the Space Trek Collective's single largest donor.
Eris, huh? Duly noted. I'm assuming the other key piece is the Grand Architect.
The Fractsidus Grand Architect. Their true name is unknown. They only appear through borrowed identities. Real people, legendary beings, and even the phantoms of the dead from others' memories. did brush shoulders with them once. It was a shame. I had no idea at the time and missed my shot. This pen was the only thing I brought back from that great fire. I have yet to decipher the lettering, but it shows one thing for sure. The Grand Architect has been around for a very, very long time. It's a pity you called me to the High Roy. Otherwise, I would have continued following that trail. But you always have a good reason, right?
You uncovered all this by yourself?
More or less. I did have some help along the way.
To get your hands on one of the Grand Architect's personal items, you did more than just follow a trail. You infiltrated them.
Playing along with them isn't that difficult once you get the hang of it. Like I said, they are a loose organization.
Knowing the Fractsidus, stealing all that intel on the Overseers is risky, no matter how loose they are. Each infiltration will only be more dangerous than the last. Luke, how can a doctor who doesn't value his own life save anyone else's?
You know, this is the second time you've said those words to me.
Oh.
They got away
Oh,
again.
this is the thumbnail.
If I hadn't been so cautious, I could have taken care of them this time. I should send today's findings to her. It's been 2 years. I suppose I'm due for a report. Good. You got the intel. Would have been a shame if I got myself killed for nothing. You want me to go to the High Roy? Why?
There's evidence of their activity in the High Roy. I need you to keep an eye on things. And frankly, you need a break.
Now is not the right time.
You've already drawn enough attention. Do we really have to wait for you to get killed to decide it's the right time? How can a doctor save anyone else's life if he doesn't value his own? Keep pushing like this, and you'll be no different from them.
Not pulling any punches, are you?
Trust me, that's only the warm-up. The High Roy is a nice place, Luke. Bright, passionate students, beautiful snow. Perfect for slowing things down. Listen to me on this. Come.
Very well. As you wish. So I've led a leisurely life in the High Roy ever since. No need to worry. I know my limits.
Oh, Luuk Hersson is colorblind.
Let's set aside the Fractsidus for now. We should discuss the Exostrider plan. But first, tell me what happened to you and Aemeath in the Frostlands.
He briefly recounts to Luke the events in the Frostlands.
See, Aemeath, she... No wonder you're in such a state.
We took care of her.
I understand her reasons. She was fighting for her dream, for the High Roy in the only way she knew how. And I respect that. The fate she chose for herself. But I won't accept it. There's more I haven't tried. I'm not done fighting for her.
Exactly.
Of course. I wouldn't expect you to give up so easily. Now, about the Exostrider. It started with Space Trek Collective finding a giant solid-skin root network in Bjarter Woods. They identified it as the lid sealing the Strider Gate, so to speak. It keeps the Threnodians' fractured forms sealed on both sides of the Strider Gate. Break it, and these forms will reunite. That wouldn't just spell Lahai Roy's doomsday, but the entire world. But the collective still yearned to open that gateway, to explore the unknown. So, they created the Synchronists. The idea was to use augmented resonance to amplify the Exostrider's power, hoping that would keep the Threnodians suppressed. But lately, the Threnodians' attacks on the seal have been increasing. I'm afraid the Fractsidus is also getting ready to make a move. With the reactor core returned, all you need now is a little patience. Wait for the Exostrider to awaken. Then we can focus on how to use it to find Aemeath. You were a synchronist in the Academy once before. I'll speak with Lucilla about getting you piloting access.
Then I'll wait for your news, Luke.
Certainly, but our immediate priority should be the Fractsidus. I have a feeling they're planning to sabotage our plans for the Exostrider.
Exactly.
Rover said she'd like to check on the Exostrider in the Frostlands before she left. Well, it could be a way to take her mind off things. Now then.
Dr. Hersson, is something the matter?
Must you always assume the worst, Lucilla? Can't I just call to chat?
I find that highly unlikely, Doctor. Let's skip the preamble. What is it?
Rover.
Ah, so this is about Aemeath. She was so tight-lipped with me about what happened in the Frostlands. Yet, she spoke to you.
Sitting on our hands won't fix anything. And she was willing to open up. If a friend runs into trouble, I'll naturally step in to listen. Besides, what I have to share today benefits the Academy. It could help us get ahead of a few potential issues.
Very well. Let's hear it then. Meet me at the Institute, the usual spot.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to check out the 2 videos on screen, like and subscribe for more. May God bless you all.